Tim Madden from Cincinnati, Ohio. Oh, it's been a long time. It's been over 10 years. I believe I probably responded to one of his many emails and auto marketers that he's sending out. It's been a long time. Just that he actually made it sound fairly straightforward. And I've been involved in some real estate groups, and I've been pitched before by different gurus, and Joe just seemed really pretty real and pretty genuine. So I enjoy that. Oh, the best deal I've done so far is I bought a house that needed a lot of rehab, and my initial goal was to actually rehab it and resell it. Ended up, I sold it on a lease option, which I learned how to do from Joe, and fortunately, I've actually been able to hang on to that property for over 10 years. So it's got a really nice cash flow. There's still a lot of equity in it, and hopefully the folks that are in it now will buy it, but it's really okay if they don't. So that's been a great property for me. Actually, I'm not making enough. I have a full-time job, so I'm trying to fill in, kind of do a little bit of both. And I'd probably make about 20, 30 grand a year on my rental properties, but I'd like to get more active. That's really why I came back. I trust Joe and like what he has to say. And if I need to get going on this again, he's the guy I want to listen to. So I actually my first deal, I actually bought a house through the MLS and rehabbed it. Then I actually sold that on a lease option. I think it probably took me a year of actually learning and having the courage to actually go out and do things. That's probably the biggest challenge. Is you always want to know enough and you really don't. So sometimes you just have to kind of take the leap. So probably about a year before I actually started in real estate and actually did my first deal. And that was actually bought a house through the MLS. You could actually do that back then, and rehabbed it, and then resold it on a lease option, and ultimately actually sold that property. I'd really like to be doing this full time. I mean, I have a blessing and a curse. I'm a financial guy by background, and I do consulting work, and I do pretty well with that. But I really would prefer to be doing real estate. I mean, whenever I drive around, I'm always looking at properties, and I can see the ugly fixer-uppers, and really enjoy actually taking these properties and turning them into something pretty beautiful. So I'd like to be doing it full time. It's hard when I'm older. People always ask, well, if you were to do things over, what would you do? I probably would actually do more, been more involved in real estate from day one. So I really do like it. Impacts on family. When you're trying to do two jobs at once, it has a little bit of a negative impact, but it's something I really enjoy doing, and my family knows I love it. My daughter got into working for a home builder, and my son is interested in fixing properties. So I think I'm leaving a legacy, and they know I love it, and I think they do too. So a couple things I actually advertise. I'm using some postcard services where I actually provide leads to them, and they actually print the postcards. Also some letter campaigns. I've actually used some outsourced letter campaign companies. Not enough. I mean, the biggest challenge in this business, especially when you're doing another job, is just having enough time. And automation would certainly help with that. So that'd be great. Find somebody that you trust, that can be your mentor. There's a reluctance to try to do anything until you know everything, and the opposite happens where you try to learn everything and you don't do anything. So my recommendation would be find somebody that knows what they're doing, that can lead you and you can follow, and act. So I'm probably not a perfect example of that, but I'm still trying. I'll never give up. I'm back up here. It's been like 10 years since I took Joe's course initially. I've reached out to him over the years and asked him for inputs, and he's been very generous in helping on things. He's really a genuine guy, and I really respect him, and I think he does things the right way. So I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to listen and find out what's going on in his head these days and what kind of different ideas he has for making things work.